Hello again and welcome back. We are here today to talk about one of my personal favorite pieces of my collection, and that's this Earlybird certificate package that came out in 1977, right between the movie release and Christmas of 1977. And for me, this is one of my favorite pieces because this is kind of where it all started. This is the first Star Wars toy, really.
It was a crazy idea. Sell the empty box for Christmas.
Hey, but it worked.
Yeah, so a little bit of, kind of history behind this. When Star Wars first came out in May of 1977, they weren't really sure what kind of reception it was going to have, how successful it was going to be, and they really didn't have any plans set in stone for toy releases. And once it came out and ended up being such a huge success all over the world, they had to scramble kind of at the last minute to come out with a toy line. Yeah. And there was a few failed attempts where they tried to partner with other companies, and those companies weren't interested in producing
like
toys.
Mattel.
And Mego.
Yeah.
Mattel
and Mego.
Which Mego would have been amazing if they picked it up. Imagine getting all these figures in that, super visible body.
I don't like Migos.
Really?
No. I like the Kenner versions. It's cool.
But you would have never known about them.
It's true.
You know what? If they had come out with Migos, I would probably been playing with dolls instead of action figures. Migos are like dolls, yes.
I think the new Black series is pretty much the progression. It's almost like a Mego, but without like a soft undersuit.
Yeah, but, I don't know. There's something about the style of the Migos that was very, I don't know, like the G.I. Joes, like that scale, like, I don't know.
Well, they're not that big,
They're somewhere in between.
I don't know, just thinking about like maybe like a Vader, like the first 12 coming out Mego style, that would have been amazing.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like the 12-inch dolls Kenner released. I'm not really into like the Luke Skywalker or the, the human characters.
Back on topic.
Mego didn't get it.
After a few failed attempts of partnering with other larger toy companies, they finally worked out a deal with Kenner. By the time all of the legalities of that deal were finally worked out, it was quickly approaching Christmas time, and there was no way that they were going to be able to get toys into production and out into stores in time for parents to purchase these toys for Christmas. So I believe, if I remember correctly, it was one employee at Kenner who came up with what's now looked at as a genius idea. At the time, they thought he was kind of crazy, but they actually went for it, to create a package like this, which was simply just an envelope that came with a few different items inside and a mail-away certificate.
Yeah, like a form.
Yeah, so when you purchased this envelope, you mailed in the certificate, and you were guaranteed that you would receive the first 4 figures. I think they were claiming starting February.
February and April, of
1978.
Yeah, pretty large window of kids waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Christmas morning, lots of kids all over the world woke up to one of these envelopes under their Christmas tree or whatever holiday they celebrated, and this was their present. This was their toy. No actual figures, no nothing, just a few pieces of cardboard, some stickers, a little catalog, and a certificate, and the promise of several months later that you would receive the very first 4 figures, which would be Luke, Leia, R2, and Chewbacca.
I can only imagine the looks of disappointment when kids are like, Star Wars toy, opening up, and you're just getting a piece of paper.
I heard some collectors who've got these as children, and they actually said they were satisfied because they were just so excited to have something
you knew it was coming, but still, you didn't have anything tangible.
Yeah, you're like, damn, I wish I had them.
And the window, like I was saying, was pretty large of when your toy was going to be shipped.
What was the actual price on this? Is that still have the price tag on the front?
No, the price tag on mine is gone. I think, looking at others, I think they were
$7.99.
Yeah, around $7.99.
Good, man.
Not bad considering
4 figures.
You got 4 figures. Granted, prices were a lot lower back then, but So this is one of the originals. This is, like I said, one of my favorite pieces in my collection. I do have it in a piece of acrylic, and it's in there pretty tight, so I'm not going to take it out because I don't want to risk damaging it. Mine is complete. Mine has all of the inserts, the stickers, the catalogs, the little card, off the perforated edge, and
Fan club certificate.
Fan club, yeah. They had the Space Club or whatever.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a favorite for me because this is kind of where it all started. This is where the madness of Star Wars toy collecting first rooted from, and so it's a pretty awesome piece. So
Absolutely.
Once you mailed this off several months later, and I don't know what the actual ship dates were. I'd have to do some research online. I don't know if they were able to stick to the between February and April
June
or May or June, whatever it was.
They probably had a high demand, and lots of people probably purchased these, so they were probably scattered.
Yeah, but one of the things it says right here on the front, it says for a limited time only, not to be sold after December 31st, 1977. So that was the small window to get that purchase and get that sent in. And what you received is now one of the most collectible pieces in Kenner 3 3/4 inch Star Wars toy collecting. The actual Earlybird package, the shipper, the white cardboard box with a plastic insert tray with the 4 figures in it, and that is a piece that is still missing from my collection. I'm hoping to obtain one of these days, but that is now an incredibly sought after piece.
Absolutely. Prices have gone out of control into the realm of unattainable piece of Star Wars memorabilia unless you've got super deep pockets or are willing to take out a bank loan to get one.
Star Wars figures. R2-D2. Chewbacca, Luke, and Princess Leia. They're the Star Wars Earlybird set of figures. These action figures are not yet available, but this Star Wars Earlybird certificate package is in stores with this colorful Star Wars picture display stand and certificate to send in to get a set of figures by mail. They'll be sent to you at home between February 1st and June 1st. The Star Wars Earlybird certificate package, new from Kenner.
So these are the figures that arrived with the Earlybird mailer. So if you were lucky enough to get the certificate, these are the figures you would receive. And they were the first figures released by Kenner. You have Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. And there was a couple variations with this set. The number one being the original Luke Skywalker came with a lightsaber that was different than the regular release, which is called a double telescoping lightsaber, which was made up of 2 pieces, an inner piece which would slide into the outer piece and then up the arm. So it came out twice and it was twice as long. Later they revised this version for cost and playability. I guess they were kind of fragile into a solid one-piece version. And some mailers actually received these, and most of them received those. The Chewbacca also had a greenish-colored crossbow that came with the Earlybird mailer, which was slightly different from the carded release. There's slight color variation on R2-D2 versus the carded release, and that's about it for variations on this set. But, I did get an Earlybird set off of an eBay seller who had both Luke's with his set because he originally received the single telescoping saber and he broke the tip off of it trying to get it to telescope, and he sent Kenner a letter and they sent him out a double telescoping one. So he had both. Wow. So that was cool. And now they're mine, which is even cooler.
Nice.
So that's it. That was the first 4 Kenner figures.
Yeah, so there you have it. A quick look at the very first toys, the very first releases by Kenner for Star Wars. Some pretty awesome pieces, some pieces that I'm thrilled to have in my collection. And thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we'll be having several more videos like this coming out in the future. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Absolute Zero. If you have any topics or ideas for future episodes,
or you want to send us something to review,
contact us through our website, AbsoluteZeroPodcast.com.
or check us out via Facebook at Absolute Zero Podcast.